Hello everybody, and welcome to the first installment of the Wat Ooh Podcast. Woo! Woo! So generally on this podcast, I'll have guests, and they will join me, and they will guest. But today there will be no guests. This will just be sort of an This will just be sort of an intro. This podcast will be great. I think it'll be real good. I think this podcast can go very far. Get me to number one on iTunes. Get me to number one on Spot. Get me number one on Sound Clout. And yeah, so I decided to do this podcast just because podcasts are pretty easy to make in general. And I decided to make this podcast because ever since I was little, I've had a passion for podcasts. You know, my dad brought me up on podcasts, and his dad brought him up on podcasts, and his dad brought him up on podcasts, and his dad was enslaved. So podcasts have really just run in the family line, you know, for generations. And I just really appreciate the value of the Yogscast. I think that without podcasts, our world would be without podcasts. So yeah, this will be real good. I'll try and get some good guests. Some yummy guests. Some gummy guests. Some rummy guests. I think generally these podcasts will be around anywhere from 1 to 2. I don't know, somewhere around there. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next installment of the Yogscast. How do I turn this off?
Thou shit, stay out my spot, don't speak my name, or I pull up and you'll block at night wearing all black and let that 40 bang. I fucked your girl and I ain't even try you, that little